You notice today the blanket thing, she was like, abego, abego. She's loud. The only thing she has to show is the, and then she doesn't have money for implants now. It's injections. Look at her butt from the top. Those are fillers. And she got on her lip too, so you can see like the pores are wide. She should have used the money for like, personal hygiene. It would have been good.
Salty.
I'm not a good person.
You keep saying this and I keep forgetting. Salty.
No, but like I'm not a good person.
So you're not going to say a word to me? Hmm? Okay, that's a good sign. Is that a no or a yes? You wanted me to tell you why I was upset today?
The way these housemates drag each other for filth is just so surprising, amazing. But it's one thing to say nasty things to your fellow housemates, and another to be remorseful. That's the difference between Faith and Sultana. Sultana says something and she actually means it, and she actually acts towards her dislike for you. I'm referring back now to the pin in Didi's box out of drunkenness situation. But let's move away from that. Now, Dr. Faith last night, midnight actually, we saw him and Imisi in the Damfo area, and he was trying to talk to her and say, okay, I'm sorry, I want to talk to you. And Imisi was just stone cold, like she had the resting bee face and she was just making her hair and just totally ignored him. I saw another different side to Imisi. We know that Dr. Faith at a point was one of Imisi's favorite people in that house. She was trying to, get to him. I like you. You see them playing in the locker area, and Dr. Faith behaves like, he acts towards her with irritation, like, please, 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 you're harassing me, big brother, please, don't touch me, Imisi. He's just so irritated with her in his presence, like he doesn't even want to befriend her or talk to her. But it was so shocking yesterday that he was apologizing to her and begging her, okay, I'm sorry, can you talk to me? And she just ignored him. And then he was like, okay, at least even if you don't want to talk to me while I'm talking, I hope you nod. And he basically was talking to himself. Missy didn't even listen. She didn't even pay him any kind of attention. And then finally he asked her, do you want me to leave? And then she nodded yes. It was a surprising thing because we always see the playful side of Missy, but we've not seen this side of her. Over the week, she has lost, will I say lost now? She has quarreled with two major people who are her friends in that house. That's K-Bobo and Faith. I was quite sad with the K-Bobo situation because it was so unnecessary and I really loved their friendship. They looked like they understood each other, but I was quite indifferent about Faith because Faith has made it known from day one that he doesn't like Imisi. He doesn't even want her in his presence. It's like she irritates him. So the only friendship I see her having now is Kola. She and Kola have like this cute brother-sister thing happening. I'm still quite hopeful for the K-Bobo thing. I hope they settle and hash out their issues and talk over it. But I was quite surprised with Faith coming to her. I'm like, where is this one coming from now? Faith is a very, very intelligent person. That guy is very, very calculative. Before he says anything, before he does anything, he would have thought 10 steps ahead, or like, before I do this, what's the reaction? Before I do that, what do I hope to get? So probably he has noticed that in the last few days, Imisi has gotten into quite a lot of quarrels. Recently, the one she had with Rude Boy also. They're talking about the victim. Okay, you are not a victim. You are not the only poor person here. I'm also poor, blah, blah, blah. Just like he speaks about Imisi in the diary room and says she's a very intelligent person. She asks for the cameras. She knows what she's doing, blah, blah, blah. So he has probably calculated and said, okay, probably people will be feeling sympathetic towards Imisi and she'll be getting a lot of fans. I'm just saying anyway, I'm not dragging him, but I see him as a very intentional person. He's apologizing for a reason. It's not like he just sat down somewhere and started feeling remorseful and saying, oh, I feel bad for insulting Missy, blah, because he has said a lot of nasty things about her, especially that pot issue where Missy went to take his pot, and he, said, I don't want to ever talk to you until I step out of this house. I can't compare you to my housemate. You are this, you are that. He has even talked about her, accusing her of stealing things. So he has said a lot of nasty things about her. So it's not just easy to just come and want to apologize and you expect her to just open up. She probably needs some time. I feel like they would settle, but she probably needs some time. But I don't feel Faith just decided to be remorseful. There's something behind it. My eyes are on you, Dr. Faith. Moving on now, let's talk about Cohen's birthday. We know yesterday Cohen turned, I think, 25, yes. And Dede, of course, cooked a sumptuous meal of jollof rice with fried fish for him. And she waited to wake him up from his bed. Cohen, see your food. And she served him dinner. Abi, what would I call it now? Because when she served him that food was like midnight. I think 12 midnight or 1 midnight, and those people, they are lost when it comes to time, so they eat at any time, they do their activities at any time, because once you're in that house you don't even know what time it is. So she made a cute meal for him. I know earlier she told him that she wants to be the first to wish him a happy birthday, so he should make sure he doesn't tell anyone in the house that it's his birthday. So she woke him up from sleep with the sumptuous meal, and then she told him happy birthday, and other housemates came into the room also and started wishing him a happy birthday. And when it was morning, of course, Big Brother brought like a cake for him, and then they did the whole round table thing where everybody would say something nice about him, and he was just crying, going to cry baby. Let's take a look at some of the wishes that some of the housemates had for him, and I'll come back and talk about some of them, especially Dede. Dede was throwing shade in the disguise of birthday wishes. But let us watch this video and then we'll come back for more.
Happy birthday, dear Queen. Happy birthday, dear Queen. Happy birthday to you. May the good Lord bless you. May the good Lord bless you. May the good Lord bless you, Queen.
Like, I'm not used to this part of you, but then he does all these little things for me without making it feel like it's a big deal to me. And then one day we were just chilling, and then he said, I think you're my closest friend in the house. And then I was like, oh, am I your bestie? He said, yes. That felt really special to me at that time because I've never really had a best friend. I'm just always on my own. And then best friend in the sense of, this is a very small space, I get it, but it just really meant something to me, especially when we haven't had this emotion
on the day. And God just opened my eyes to just see him on a different pattern. And I told him, I said, you're a star. He's one of the glory of his generation by God's grace. Amen. So today I pray that every evil eye, every plan of the enemy against you, that God will avert it and keep protecting you in the mighty name of Jesus. That your light will continue to shine brighter and brighter and brighter. That even outside this place, people that are supposed to align with you, kings and queens, will find you.
Good. I'm not really sentimental when it comes to things like this, especially in a reality show. Everybody uses opportunities like this to show themselves or say something that they have in mind. Everybody's kabashi now, wishing him happy birthday, you are a star. Ruboy called him a star. I didn't know that Ruboy and Cohen knew each other outside the house. And Ruboy talked about meeting him for the first time at a shoot. And then he kind of asked somebody, who is this? And they say, he's a rising music star, an actor, and blah, blah, blah. He said, you're a star, continue to be a star. So they threw some shade when she talked about Cohen understanding her kind of person. Even after the fish comment she made, Cohen didn't pick offense, and she doesn't care if anybody picks offense. Cohen understands her, and they hugged it out and blah, blah, blah. And she was just throwing some kind of shade. Cohen understands the kind of person she is, understands her, doesn't pick offense when she does or say things. We know that since the Sunday live show where Ebuka exposed Dede and her three fishes comment, there's one person that have been finding it difficult to let go. That's Jason J. Kola have laughed over it numerous times, even with the housemates. Cohen and Dede hugged it out after the live show, and even Cohen was like, I'm your bestie fish, I'm your fish bestie. Kola and Cohen didn't take it to heart, but I'm trying to understand where Jason J's animosity is coming from. Yeah, what I found out is that Dede have tried to have a conversation with Jason J 2 times after that incident, after the exposure now, and he has kind of refused. And you know, since I think Monday, he has just been giving her crazy stares, just staring at her from the other side of the room. And he even had a conversation with Kola that he picks offense to these. Dede broke the friendship trust, made him look like a fool. He's not speaking to her. I don't know how long they are going to continue with this, how long they are going to continue ignoring each other. I'm speaking about Jason J and Dede. And I don't know how long this is going to last, but I think his anger is quite unfounded, or maybe it's just an ego thing. Because how are you so cool with Sultana that, you know, kissed somebody behind your back and didn't let you know? That's cool. You even kissed him before she kissed you and hid it, and then it was exposed by Ebuka during the live show. You don't have this amount of anger for Sultana. You are back together with her. You guys hugged it and kissed it out and back sleeping on the same bed. But somehow you hold an animosity for Dede because she called you like fishes. I'm not supporting Dede. I know she said it in a derogatory way, but I don't. When you look at the two circumstances, his anger is quite unfounded. But we don't really know the kind of feelings or the amount of feelings he has towards Dede. Jessie J is quite open about the fact that he has a relationship outside of the house, but that's an enclosed space and they're allowed to like each other. But being secretive or trying to hide your feelings under friendship, and then something like this comes out, and then you are taking, you're taking offense to it, that shows that there's something more than friendship, or he felt something more for Dede. And the fish's comments kind of did something bad to his ego, and he's asking himself, do I look like a fool outside? Do I look foolish? Do I look like one of the so-called guys she's calling fishes? So I really don't know, but let's not get distracted now. Coming back to Kola now. What is a day in the Big Brother house without Kola holding media rounds with Dede's name? Or people I think at this point, he's not even holding the media rounds anymore. People are the ones bringing the media rounds to him. Everybody is like on his side and making Dede look like the villain. You see what I don't like about cases of unrequited love? I will still take this back to the lockdown edition where we saw something like this play out between Lekon and Erica. Erica was friends with Lekon and she had the romantic feelings for Kidwaya, and Lekon had romantic feelings for her, which she didn't reciprocate. We saw how nasty all that ended. Erica ended up being disqualified from the show and just losing her cool and all of that. It was just messy. So seeing that kind of thing happening now with Kola and Dede, and it's beginning to look like Dede is the villain. She's just a girl. She was on her own, and then you are bringing these feelings to her. And she has told you time without number, I have a relationship. So trying to paint her as something that she's not is quite sad. Just like I said, people are bringing the gist to him and asking him how he feels. Since the Three Fishes exposure from Sunday, where Ebuka talked about she calling Koin, Jason J, and Kola her Three Fishes to Mide, people have asked Kola severally, how do you feel about what she said? And he has been quite, supportive of her. He stands up for her and he's like, I don't see anything wrong with it. It's just a comment she made to her friend. I don't feel insulted by it. But some housemates have decided to use, I don't know, they're trying to get a reaction out of it, especially Imisi and Mensan. Okay, yesterday, Imisi, Mensan, and Isabella were having a conversation with Kola, and, how do you feel now? How are you holding up? And he was like, I'm just doing my own thing. I'm just calm. I'm cool. I'm not thinking about it so much. And then they were advising him and say, okay, that's good. Just face yourself. You are here in the house. See Dede as your competitor. Don't be too much in your head. And then Mensan was like calling him croaker fish. I'm like, guy, what? It's like they're trying to push him, or they are surprised that he's not offended. That's the beauty of humans. Everybody cannot be the same. The fact that something offends you doesn't mean that it will offend somebody else. But let us watch this video and then we'll come back to talk more.
They coming down to that be somebody that be able to. No, not be me. No be me. Maybe they call. No, not be me. I don't think anybody will do it. They tell you
No, I don't think I'm laughing at you. I'm laughing at Mensan. The Mensan they make me laugh. Me, you see me talking anything, I don't even say
somebody they call like that. I say yeah.
No,
that day alone, but after that day, I don't really like the joke.
genuine
people
person
out.
too. That's like if someone that I genuinely care about
About
says something
yeah.
behind my back that is hurtful, it hurts me so bad because like no, I'm like how?
That one is true. Now that's what I'm saying. I'm just trying to put myself in this shoes.
Like how?
Me, I would be very bad, very very bad.
You feel bad now, but at the end of the day, what you want?
I don't know whether it's by force to fall in love, honestly. If you have a particular kind of feelings for somebody and it's not being reciprocated, why don't you just move on or be that person's friends on their own terms? When did it become by force? And Mensa, mind yourself, oh. I think Mensa is just trying to poke Kola by calling him croaker fish with the whole fish comment. And then they've been known as the fisherwoman. These housemates and their wahala, it's just. But let's get to see where all of this will lead to, because in the house we're still seeing kind of friendship vibes from Dede and Kola. Doing the Coins birthday shout out and wishes. She called Coin her best friend, saying, "You are my bestie, you're my best friend." Blah 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 blah. And we've not really seen any conversation between Jason J and Dede since Sunday. So she's quite cool with Coin and Kola. And I'm really loving the friendship vibes from she and Kola. There is no expectations, nothing serious. Just be cool. That's just exactly what I want to see. Moving on now, what's Big Brother house without complaints and cries over hygiene? All right. I think the two major things that are problems in Big Brother house is food and then hygiene. You're in the same house with almost 30 people. Of course, people would not have the same rate of hygiene in the house that you expect, from them. But this is Big Soso complaining about the messy state of the toilet. Let us watch this and come back to discuss.
No, first of all, the bathroom is nasty. That's why I wanted to ask Rude Boy, where is it? They said no detergent. I don't even care at this point. Even if it's water, just clean it. It's so dirty. People pee all over the place. The smell almost made me mentally lose my mind. I have to talk to Big Brother. I can't. I hate dirtiness. It affects me mentally. I don't know what I do then for this house. Big Brother for just give me my own quarters.
I think I've praised these housemates since week 1 for their, hygiene. There are other seasons that we have watched, Lockdown, the Fina, the Fina also, the Fina set also, where we got to see people, some people would even stay and not have their bath till like midday. All right. But we see these housemates, I think they are, there's a difference. I see a difference. You just see people arranging. The same day Zita won the HOH challenge, I saw Rude Boy just arranging the couch, the living room. They are quite put together. But when you are in a house with 25 people, come on, and it's just 2 toilets and the shower room. What you get to see is, of course, people just littering and keeping the place unhygienic and all of that. So that's just one of the issues in the Big Brother house that you have to contend with, the issue of personal hygiene. When you see adults gather together and it's like they can't even put themselves together, it's very, very annoying. Let's move on now to Bright Morgan opening up to Victory about his situationship with Mide and the other woman on the outside. Earlier in the day, Mide and Bright had a discussion about their feelings, and she was like telling him, okay, you're on probation, let's just, we don't have to be together all the time. And then he was apologizing to her for his statement. I don't know what statement anyway. And he was apologizing to her and giving her like an assurance that, don't worry, before I say some things to you, I'll think about it and go over it. I'm sorry. And they were just so mushy. But later on, he was telling Victory that, that girl, this Mide girl, I'm just praying at the end of the day, she doesn't fall in love with me. Guys, I don't have energy. Just watch the video and then we'll come back.
I'm just scared about this babe, this Mide girl. I just feel like at some point, this girl can really fall for me. And it's going to be a problem.
That's what I'm saying. Just know that one is sure. Just know even though it's not here, even though it's outside, there's a chaos ahead of you. Kind of.
Season after season after season, we get to see situations like this. What this reminds me of is Nina and Miracle in Double Wahala, when Nina called Miracle, her fellow housemates, my Collins rather, she spoke a lot about Collins, her boyfriend, before the house. She said, Collins is my boyfriend and Miracle is my everything. Most of these people come into the house deep in relationships. Some people have even hidden the fact that they were married with children. We remember Teen Tall Tony now. People hide their marriage status. Some people hide their relationship status. Some people are quite vocal about their relationship status. And then they'll come into the house and catch feelings again. Can't it's just something that you can't fight it. It's always going to happen. When you are in a house with other adults, you're always going to catch feelings. You're just going to have that resolution in your mind that you are going to stay faithful to whoever is outside. Because why will you even come into the big brother house and cheat on your spouse or your partner that have supported you throughout when you came into the house, and then hiding it under the fact that, okay, my safe space, I need my own person. At least I'm using the words of Bright. He told Big Brother that he came into the house thinking he was going to play the game alone. But when he came into the house, he felt very overwhelmed and it took him some time to be balanced. And then he found out that apart from guys now, he needed somebody that would be his safe space, somebody you could trust, he could lean on days when he didn't feel okay. And that person is Mide. That's Bright Morgan on one side. And then Mide also, why would you even agree to be in that kind of chummy relationship with somebody in the game that you know has a relationship outside? Because we're talking about feelings here now. Somebody might catch feelings midway and to just get all messy and whatnot. But of course, we can't talk enough about the importance of having a safe space in the Big Brother house. But does it have to be something romantic? Does it always have to be something that has to do with feelings? When you put women and men together in the house, this is exactly what you get. But I didn't like the way he was saying, that girl Mide, I just hope she doesn't catch feelings for me. Even me myself, I'm a human being. I'm like, right, I beg. Don't even start. Don't annoy me. All right. Mide, as far as we know, has not spoken about being in any relationship. You are the one that has an obligation to somebody outside of the house, and you are the one breaking that obligation. But then she going out of her way to, will I say, offer herself now, or be in this relationship with you in the house, and then you are talking about you are hoping she doesn't catch feelings. Please don't even annoy me, I beg. Don't piss me off. Let's move on now to Doris and Denari. Okay. We are to the lovers in the Big Brother house. He kind of asked her to be his girlfriend, and she just gave one kind of funny response. Let's watch this video and then we'll be back.
You said what I wanted to ask you of me before we slept on. I want to ask you if you would be my girlfriend. I wanted to do the whole table. Bing, excuse me, everybody, excuse me. I'm an announcement. I can do that spot. You don't have to see on that spot. No, it's too much. It's too much. It's too much, not my style. Like.
So when did you think about that?
I tell my electricity school. So it's you and one.
Maybe, not the fucking baby.
Yeah, so the trash be our witness.
So this was being trash.
Okay, Doris and Denari, their relationship just started. It was like a slow burn, little by little, and it now like a full-blown something. But yesterday, I caught Gigi speaking about Denari and the fact that she feels she's losing her friendship with Denari because he's always following Doris around like a lost puppy. And she noticed that he doesn't even stay to have conversations with her too long these days because, of course, maybe the Doris factor, who knows. But then it's beginning to look like Denari is more into Doris than Doris is into him, because she's quite critical of him, especially when it comes to tax. I've forgotten who she was saying that to, and she was like, she likes men that are active, they are go-getters. They go for gold. They're active and, up and doing. Denari is a lot more, laid back, slow in reaction, that she doesn't like that about him. Yesterday also, or rather day before yesterday, Denari was having a conversation, I think, with maybe Kola now, and he said Doris is always critical of him after tax, that he doesn't do well, especially after the HOH Challenger. On Monday they had, the HOH Challenger. Doris won the HOH games on Sunday night, and then on Monday with the Challenger, Zita, clinched that. So he talked about Doris being, quite critical of him. That, okay, since I didn't win, why didn't you also win? Doris is quite critical of Denari when it comes to task. And I'm like, are you going to be able to survive Doris and her wahala? You You see how somebody will just stay on their own and just carry wahala. You are seeing. Big Brother house alone is something, is a journey on its own, and then you now get into a relationship with somebody that is always critical of all your moves, and you didn't do this one well, you didn't do this one well, you didn't do that one well. But okay, let us wait and see where their relationship is going to take them to. Moving on now, Isabella says Thelma Lawson is obsessed with her. Oh my God. I think I might have to agree with Isabella on this, because I've not even really seen Isabella talking about Thelma, but Thelma always has Isabella's name in her mouth. Isabella this, Isabella that, she opened her body, she did this. But let's just watch this video of Isabella ranting, and then we'll be back.
I don't even talk about the babe. Like, girl, like, use eraser and in fact, wash me from your brain. Ha! I'm just sitting on there. I'm like, so it means you're obsessed with me because I don't even think about you. Me and Imisi do we even have any discussion about her? I don't even talk about the babe. Like, girl, like, use eraser and in fact, wash me from your brain. Ha!
Okay, I was hoping that this week, since Kaikumi was evicted on Sunday, at least we'll have some little peace. But I don't really know where the wahala is coming from. Thelma always looks for a way to criticize Isabella. She has made it known over and over again that she doesn't like her. But then what has that got to do with anything? You are in the Big Brother house. Why don't you just focus on your focus? Why do you always have to critique and pinpoint and, you know, elaborate somebody's flaws or whatever you think is wrong with the person? Please, just focus on your focus, like Ebuka advised them. I hope Thelma focuses on her focus. But there's another person now that is also dragging Isabella. I'm talking about Sultana. Sultana was in the kitchen with Gigi, and she was dragging Isabella. She dragged her for filth, of course, in her absence. And she said she's loud. She should have spent the money that she used to, you know, inject her butt on personal hygiene. She criticized her butt and she criticized her lips, and she said, oh, she can see her lips is even lips injection. Maybe she did it before she got into the house. The money that she even used to do her butt or whatever, she should have used it on her personal hygiene. She looks dirty. Guys, let's just watch this video, please. Let's watch it and we'll be back.
You notice today the blanket thing, she was like, abego. She's loud. The only thing she has to show is and then she doesn't have money for implants now. It's injections. Look at her butt from the top. Those are fillers. And she got on her lip too, so you can see like the pores are wide. She should have used the money for, like, you know, personal hygiene. Should have been good.
Salty.
No, I'm not a good person.
You keep saying this and I keep forgetting. Salty.
No, but you know, like, I'm not a good person to bad people.
Isabella has seen where in that house. She has suffered in that house. And she's one person that I feel like she's just, you know, this happy-go-lucky. She's always cheerful, bubbly. Maybe I'm not the one noticing, but she doesn't really step on toes. She doesn't really look for trouble. She's just on her own, but somehow trouble always finds her. And then to Sultana also. Sultana always has this way she talks about her fellow ladies in the house, yes. But she doesn't really have that same reaction for guys. I don't know why Sultana is always very critical of the ladies in the house. Whenever she wants to talk about them, she talks about them with the greatest, you know, with the highest kind of irritation or, you know, the kind of emotion like, okay, what did this, is there something this person did to you apart from this? But then that is what they are giving us in the house. We expected 10/10 content for them to, I'm not saying I'm in support of it too, but that's part of the content, to drag each other and give us the content that we want to see. But I'm quite, you know, looking forward to Zita's reign as the HOH. I think I'm enjoying it in a way. I think she made a schedule for plate washing, and it kind of caused a ruckus on Twitter where, you know, it's like she put Coin and Jason J together, and then she put Kola and Dede also. Good job, Zita. Good job. I'm here for it. We're here for all the drama, and of course, it's so exciting when I bring you updates from the house. I'll be back tomorrow with more updates on BBNaijaS10. I'm still Cynthia Onwado. Do well to follow us on all our social media platforms. Like, subscribe, and of course, leave your comments. We would love to hear from you. Till tomorrow. Bye.
Be part of our brand. Leadership for God and country.